What's going down, cultivators? It's Steven here, dropping in with an anomaly. You mind telling me about yourself?
What's up, y'all? It's YT Obechi. That's YTObechi. Yes, sir. I'm in the house.
Here go that boys.
CCN Network. Shout out.
Yes,
sir.
So tell me, what's the introduction to you just getting in this industry?
So my whole family comes from a musical background. My oldest brother, all the way down to my sister, all the way down to me. Everybody was musically inclined. As I got older,
Playing instruments?
a little bit. Hip hop, R&B is my forte.
Oh shit.
But as I got older, right, I started to conceptualize music differently. I realized that music was an outlet that you can use to connect with people. It's art form. It's like sonic art. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
And so every time I make a song, it feels like I just painted a canvas.
That's actually that's deep as fuck. I rock with that.
Yeah.
So, there you go. I slipped once again.
Nah.
It's okay. So tell me, what are some of those essential values and ethics you live by now?
I like to say this to people, right? We're nothing more than the universe experiencing itself for the first time through our eyes.
Yeah.
You feel me? And when you break it down, we're all just frequencies bouncing back and forth. What is music?
Same thing.
So the way I carry is the sound that we produce, that is the story of our life.
Damn. That's a good way to describe it, honestly. I mean, I know, like, for myself, I like to think of things, like, very much in the field of, what do you call it? I mean, I guess in a similar way, frequency, like channels, you know, like the same way you can flip through a radio station, it's how your brain operates.
Yeah.
So I know what you mean. But so how do you really separate yourself in the sea full of music creators? I know you got a pretty unique sound, so I do like to listen. I've heard some of the stuff on Instagram, and I was like, yeah, I'm rocking with it.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. How do I diversify myself? I don't. I'm just, like I said, an anomaly. I don't know how I got here.
Not at all. I mean, what was the come up for you? What was it like?
It was rough.
Yeah?
Rough. Very rough. You know, most of y'all know I'm Nigerian. Growing up in a Nigerian household, wanting to make music in a Nigerian. You have got to be a doctor, lawyer, engineer. See this speaking with him, no get sense, right? Stuff like that. I actually been pursuing this since I was about 18, and in the process, I've gone days without eating in favor of the craft. Okay, timing. But no matter what was going on inside of our life, we always put the music and the artistry first. You could take the worst moments, transform them into something beautiful, right? That was a lesson for me. But the answers from that lesson was meant for somebody else to hear.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That's why you do it. You create to inspire, huh?
Yeah. Create to inspire, because as I inspire others, they inspire me. And it's like this, bro. If you ain't got nothing that inspires you, you're going to burn yourself out.
No,
you can have everything. A good woman, good job, beautiful kids, respectful, and still feel empty inside. But that's because there's no spark. And I see that a lot in today's society, where we kind of run through life in a mundane way.
Yeah.
And for a long time, I lived like that as well. But it came to a point where, because I like to study a whole bunch of different cultures and religions and stuff, when I started getting into Buddhism and Kemetic science, it kind of helped me detach. Not necessarily like, oh, he's heartless, but detach in the sense of selecting a destination and detaching from the outcome. It is what it is at the end of the day. Do you
look into like your human design or anything and take that into account, or
what do you mean by that?
I've recently learned about human design. It's more so of like a like a map of the way you do things, kind of like your astrological signs and stuff, but it's a little bit different. It's based off like where, when, and all that stuff, like your birth. And it's just like it makes up who you are and like the way you process decision making and a bunch of other stuff. I'm barely learning about it, so don't take it very literally. But
still learning, y'all.
yeah. It's just been like little shares of it. But it's interesting how it works.
Human design. So I have looked into my zodiac and stuff like that. As far as being like a stickler on it, I'm not really.
Yeah, no.
You know, I feel like it's kind of sort of a blueprint to look at what you may or may not be susceptible to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you can always transcend that.
I think of it like Naruto. Like seriously, fuck what Neji said, bro. Like,
yeah,
I make my own destiny. Like there's paths to it, you know?
Believe it.
Yeah. No, but seriously though. Okay. We're getting off topic, so I gotta ask. Do you have any experiences of any listeners of your music? Like, have they been able to share how they felt based off what they heard with you? You got a story about it?
Yes. So this was like a year into making music, and the song was called Nagi, and the whole concept was if a tree falls and you're not around to hear the sound, did it actually fall? So that was like the main like focal point. And after I released it on SoundCloud. This is like 2018. And somebody from across the world, somebody that I never even met before in my life, didn't know existed. And it actually saved me hearing this coming from him. I was going through a really dark time, and he messaged me. He said, "Hey, last night was almost my last until I heard Nagi." And well, I started crying. Tears are rolling down my face. I'm like, ain't no way somebody just said this. That I didn't even, at that time, I wasn't thinking like, oh, music is this outlet that you can use to reach people. I wasn't thinking like that. It was just some fly shit. Okay, let's post it. I never thought at that time that it could reach somebody like that.
Yeah.
And that has got to be one of the most pivotal, I said that word wrong, but pivotal experiences inside of my life, because it was just like a freaking divine confirmation.
Yeah.
Never spoke with him again. Never.
Wow.
Yeah. They don't have social media anymore. Or
oh, so they just fell off the face of the earth.
They just fell off the face of the earth. They said exactly
crazy.
what they was going to do. I'm getting rid of my social media. I'm finna get closer to God. I'm finna get closer to myself and stuff like that. And it's been years since.
That's crazy. I mean, because like the way I see it too is we're creators that are ever creating, whether it's life, whatever art form.
Yeah.
It's just in the eye of the beholder for the beauty of it. And to hear a story like that, I mean, shit, that would probably have me in the same type of emotion. I'd be like, bro, like it, I don't know if I definitely would feel good that I did something like that. Yeah. But I mean, like, to know you have that much of an impact on somebody's like crazy, especially when you don't even know them.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
And especially when you weren't intending to, you know what I mean? And it's like, and that's one thing now, like getting deeper and deeper inside the industry. I've worked with people like Tobe, 2 Chainz. Y'all can look online. It broke my whole life. Fire ass video. But one thing I realized is this: once you do get people's attention, and once you do build a platform, your only responsibility after that is discernment. Because everything that you say, do, and put out there is going to affect the culture of those who listen.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's deep, especially, man, because I like to write. I like to inspire people through what I say. How they take it, how they learn from it, that's completely up to them. I just want them to know there's somebody listening, somebody there, someone to inspire.
Yeah.
Especially because you mentioned you faced challenges along the way. What were some of those challenges, and were you able to flip them up into a victory for yourself, or was it more so of just like a damn, it's a learning experience?
Financial.
Oh.
Especially in this society, man. So, man, fuck them bills. Hey, no. Cut that.
It's fake, bro. It's fake.
But look.
It's all fake.
in this, bro. Like, and people wouldn't even know. You know, still talking to everybody. If you've ever met me, like, I'm an introvert at heart. I feel it. But I just love talking to people. So I'll probably be in there. But there've been shows sometimes where me and my brothers, we ain't eating in like 3 days. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool. We the most happy-go-lucky people in there. It's not about that. Because I mean, I had no food in my stomach, right?
It means you fasting. So I mean, that's not
fast.
It's not bad
it's
for
Ramadan.
You. It's not bad for you. It's not. You know what I'm saying?
It's Ramadan.
You're healing.
I'm resetting.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, like just stuff like that, like getting to a point to where I could balance being in the corporate world and being inside of this world, because the two love to put the gloves on and go toe to toe. They love doing that. Yeah, and I was getting.
Nah, I mean it's a very different world we live in now than like our parents did, for instance. So,
oh yeah,
the way we are able to overcome, adapt, and just create, I think it's just beautiful.
Yeah,
man, it's definitely something.
It is. Like when I told my dad was in jail when I told him that I was making music. He was just like, "What?" And complete disbelief, right? I think my mom told him before I even told him. But that's one of those things, like, we can do that now. It don't matter where you're coming from, what you think your capabilities are not your capabilities until you push yourself to those limits. You don't know.
Never know.
This world is so big to be explored. And
there's
I feel like
areas everywhere.
That's what we're supposed to do, is we're supposed to explore what has not been explored. If you think about it, like, that's like the biggest driving force.
Especially because who's to say it hasn't been explored? So you never really know if someone's actually there or not.
Yeah.
So you go find out. It's like the Bermuda Triangle. Who's to say I can't get out if I go?
And who's to say I'm going to want to tell y'all that I went?
Right?
You know?
Right? Like, you never fucking know.
I'm happy that you brought the Bermuda Triangle up, right? Because have you heard the Middle Earth theory?
I think vaguely.
So they talk about Earth is hollow all the way through, and there's tunnels and passageways, and all of, like, the Hindu gods and, like, ancient civilizations dwell and live in the center of the Earth. Call it the Middle Earth theory. And they talk about there's 3 passageways. One in the monastery in Tibet. You know how like in certain areas, like, you've got to be a part of that monastery to even enter the premises. And the other one, I can't remember the last one, but the second one was the Bermuda Triangle. They talk about that's why the sink ship. That's why the ships be sinking. I'm like, I gotta go there to find out.
Right.
Side note.
But shit, besides wanting to go there, what are some future plans you got coming up for everything?
Coming up, and I'm gonna leave on this, Anubis Gate.
That just sounds like attention grabbing as fuck.
I know, right?
I know.
The gravity in the room shifted.
Yeah.
Anubis Gate, June 14th. My first solo concert.
Oh shit.
And I'm excited. We're gonna do something completely different. And all I can say is Anubis Gate. Be there. Or
be square.
I was gonna say be lame, but that works too.
But so, you got any advice for anybody just starting out in this field, or what? How did you get started, and how can you share that to new artists coming up?
My number one game that I can give any artist, whether old or new, is embody the music. Don't conform, but at the same time, don't be oblivious to results. And when I say that, I'm talking about, how does it feel? How does it sound? And what is the reaction? We know we're all human.
Yeah.
Pay attention to that. base your movements off of that. It's easy to come inside of the game and be like, I'm the hardest out. You might be the hardest. I don't care though. Why don't I care? Because you haven't established a relationship with me. As an artist, especially coming up, y'all make sure y'all establish real relationships with people. It's one thing to post and go. That's all that is. People think I can get my 5 seconds of fame by posting the viral reel. Nah, man, they knew 100 people. Those 100 people reposted that.
Yeah, you gotta cultivate a community if you really want to do it. But what's the big dream for you?
My big dream, this is how I know I'm done. This is how I know I don't fulfill my mission. I always had this crazy dream where for one night, maybe Night of Solidarity, I don't know what the title is going to be yet, but year round, every single night, the whole world lights up a candle across the globe. All in unison. Because you know what that means? That means that we're in constant communication with each other and the trauma bond has been severed. If we can all get together for 10 minutes all across the world, you in Nigeria, I'm in America, you in Brazil, they in China, and we all holding up the same candle for the same reason, how can you say we're not connected? And I feel like as a creator, as a creative, as an anomaly, that's why I was into this world.
That's beautiful though. Man, where can everybody at home get in touch with you at?
If you're watching this, when you watch this, y'all can go follow me at YTObechi, and stream Apricots. It's out on all platforms, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, the whole 9 yards. Tune in with CCN Network because they're doing it big. And I appreciate y'all.
I appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Well, cultivators, it's been great cutting up with YT. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Peace.